Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all cool, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give, right side. Akers, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the screen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. He's coming.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
To number 84. First and goal.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Cover. Safety screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0. Just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a give, right side. Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Third and long defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Get ready, get ready.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Are you serious?
He's picked off at his own 47. And they score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That shit.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with the
ampersand?
I like it.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run on 1st down. Armstrong. Yeah, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 6 there on first.
Hey,
one thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Shooting off the line of scrimmage. I'm going to eat you up all day.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, man.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They'll hold him to no gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And now look at him go. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 97 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Step for the wrong play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Just like that. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hands here. Go. Mike 50, Mike 50. On the ball. Hey, check Mike 50.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Are you serious? Come on. This is bullshit, man.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Just can't catch the ball.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Now Jackson on first down. And he'll find Hall. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Army. Mike 50.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Yo, are you serious?
4th time today.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days.
Oh my gosh, bro. These are all passes I
If your
catch.
starter
Like,
threw 4 in the
come on.
first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Look at that, baby, right there.
Over the middle, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On first down, Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 11. He'll buy some time right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Nobody can catch the pick.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and it couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Mr. Coverage here. I don't even know who over there, but
about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23.
I just got that under coverage, huh?
At the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Oh, yeah,
and he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll drop to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Right. Gotta get in the bag, gotta get in the bag.
Shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. And now here's another interception.
Yo, come on,
Kevin King
man.
with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get it.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far.
Come on, kick your punt. Come on. Hurry up some shit, man. Come on, bro.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson now. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott, and they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Don't get nervous. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, The guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
On second down now, Akers. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. For this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Come on, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly.
Are you serious, bro?
It's intercepted. Good positioning.
Bro, whatever, bro.
He's going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Packers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I called you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to call you, but I...
Okay.
Why am I paused anyway?
Because I'm replying to this person I just played.
What?
I'm replying to this person I just played.
What?
I'm replying to this person I just played.
Why are you touching my phone? Yes, you did touch my phone. It wouldn't have called them. Why you lying? But you was on my phone. Yes. So now all of a sudden my phone is ringing. Which is probably somebody, right? You can't touch my phone. So how did they call somebody? It's not really that deep, but it's the deep that you lied about the fact that